No one is immune to struggles and debt. Don't lose hope. Don't give up. Life has a way of testing us all. We may find ourselves overwhelmed by hardships, facing the weight of financial struggles, debts, or personal failures. The path ahead might seem unclear, and it's easy to feel like giving up when things appear impossible to overcome. However, it's essential to remember that every great success story begins with a period of difficulty. No one is immune to setbacks, and even the wealthiest or most successful individuals have faced challenges that seemed insurmountable at one point. Take a moment to reflect on the stories of some of the world's most renowned individuals who have experienced significant hardships. Steve Jobs was ousted from Apple, the company he founded, only to return years later and lead it to unprecedented success. Oprah Winfrey grew up in poverty and faced multiple obstacles in her career before becoming a globally recognized media mogul. These stories remind us that setbacks, while painful, are not the end of the road. They are often the prelude to a comeback. In times of financial difficulty, debt, or emotional turmoil, it's natural to feel discouraged. But just like a storm that eventually passes, the challenges you face today are not permanent. They don't define who you are or what you're capable of achieving. By embracing resilience and adopting a positive mindset, you can rise from adversity stronger than before. It's also crucial to understand that the road to financial stability or personal peace doesn't require perfection. Small steps, when taken consistently, can make a huge difference. It may be hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel in the midst of struggle, but remember that even small victories, such as sticking to a budget, saving a little extra money, or simply choosing not to give up, add up over time. These actions will lead you closer to the stability and peace you desire. Every challenge we face provides an opportunity to learn and grow. The skills and knowledge you gain during hard times are the tools that will help you succeed in the future. So, if you're struggling with debt, hardship, or feeling overwhelmed, don't let it break you. Stay focused, seek support when needed, and above all, believe in your ability to overcome. If you feel like you're at your lowest point, just remember, the greatest comebacks often come from the most difficult circumstances. Take heart in knowing that you are not alone. Everyone faces challenges. What matters is how you choose to respond to them. Keep going. Your breakthrough may be just around the corner, facing challenges and turning hardships into success, finding true freedom through overcoming debt and achieving balance in life. Life is unpredictable, and financial difficulties are often a reality that many people face. Debt, economic hardship, and emotional stress can feel like burdens too heavy to bear. However, challenges, while painful, can serve as powerful catalysts for change, self-improvement, and long-term success. The key lies in how we approach these difficulties and whether we choose to let them define us or use them as stepping stones toward personal growth, stability, and freedom. When facing financial difficulties, especially when trapped in debt, it may feel like there is no way out. Yet, it's important to remember that every situation, no matter how bleak, has a way forward. You can learn to escape the cycle of debt and gain not just financial freedom, but also emotional and psychological peace. Step 1. Embrace responsibility and accountability. The first step in transforming any challenge into an opportunity for growth is to accept responsibility for where you are. Facing up to the reality of financial hardship is a powerful act in itself. Denial or shame about one's circumstances only prolongs the suffering and hinders progress. Instead, start by listing your debts, your sources of income, and your monthly expenses. By confronting the situation head-on, you take the first step toward regaining control. For example, take the story of a young entrepreneur who, after a failed business venture, found himself buried under loans. Instead of avoiding his creditors or ignoring the reality, he faced his financial crisis by creating a structured repayment plan. He sought advice from financial experts and, after years of dedication and discipline, turned his situation around, eventually becoming a successful business owner again. This is a lesson in resilience, the ability to confront hardships and take responsibility for one's own recovery. Step 2. Develop a practical financial plan. Once you acknowledge the problem, creating a practical plan to overcome it is crucial. This involves budgeting, cutting unnecessary expenses, and prioritizing debt repayment. The most effective debt reduction strategy often depends on your situation, whether that be paying off smaller debts first to build momentum, the snowball method, or tackling higher interest debts first, the avalanche method. Take inspiration from the story of a man who found himself deep in credit card debt. He decided to drastically change his lifestyle, stopped eating out, sold unnecessary belongings, and began working part-time jobs on the side. Over time, his discipline allowed him to pay off his debt and rebuild his financial foundation. His story exemplifies how making sacrifices in the short term can pay off in the long run. Step 3. Reframe your mindset. Embrace frugality. Live with contentment. A major component of escaping debt is shifting your mindset. Living within your means is not about deprivation, but about embracing contentment. This principle is central to many spiritual philosophies, including Buddhism, which teaches us to let go of attachments and focus on the present moment. By finding happiness in the simple things, we can break free from the materialistic pressures that often lead us into debt. A woman, for example, who once spent beyond her means on luxury items, found peace in embracing a minimalist lifestyle. She shifted her focus from acquiring material possessions to investing in experiences like hiking, cooking at home, and spending time with loved ones. This not only helped her save money, but also led to a deep sense of emotional fulfillment. The idea is that by choosing contentment over consumption, we can create space for financial freedom. Step 4. Build a support network. No one should face hardships alone. It's crucial to seek help when necessary, whether from family, friends, or financial advisors. Sometimes, seeking professional assistance in restructuring debts or negotiating with creditors can lead to more manageable payment terms. Sharing your burden with others can also provide emotional support and encouragement, making the journey less daunting. Consider the example of Chris Gardner, the man who inspired the movie The Pursuit of Happiness. He was homeless, with a child to care for, and deep in debt. However, through determination, seeking mentorship, and believing in himself, he eventually became a successful entrepreneur. His story proves that having the right support system and believing in one's potential can turn dire circumstances into a success story. Step 5. Invest in personal growth and education. Another way to break free from financial difficulties is by increasing your earning potential. Learning new skills, improving your qualifications, or starting a side business can open up new opportunities for income. There are countless ways to turn your talents and passions into a profitable venture. Take, for example, a man who started an online course on a subject he was passionate about. At first, the earnings were small, but through consistency and improving his content, he was able to build a loyal following and eventually generate enough income to pay off his debts. This story highlights how investing in self-education and following your passions can lead to financial independence. Step 6. Practice patience and persistence. It's essential to approach debt repayment with patience. Changing financial circumstances takes time, and setbacks will inevitably occur. However, it's crucial to maintain a steady focus on your goals. Meditation, mindfulness, and emotional regulation techniques can help you manage stress and stay committed to your financial plan. Buddhism teaches us that all things are impermanent. This perspective can be a powerful reminder that the difficulties we face are not permanent, and with patience and perseverance, we can overcome them. Step 7. Redefine your relationship with money. Rather than viewing money as an end in itself, see it as a tool to support your values and goals. Use this opportunity to redefine what wealth means to you. True wealth doesn't only refer to material possessions, but to health, love, knowledge, and peace of mind. By redirecting your focus from simply accumulating money to living a meaningful life, you can find fulfillment without the constant pressure to spend. For example, a couple once living paycheck to paycheck decided to downsize their lifestyle and focus on what really mattered to them: their health, their family, and their community. They eliminated unnecessary expenses, built up savings, and spent more time with their children. This shift in focus allowed them to live in harmony with their financial situation and, ultimately, to achieve financial freedom. Step 8. Celebrate small wins and stay motivated. Finally, celebrate every small victory. Whether you've paid off a small debt, saved a little more this month, or simply stuck to your budget, these wins matter. Acknowledging progress, no matter how small, keeps you motivated and builds the momentum necessary for achieving long-term goals. The Japanese concept of kaizen, or continuous improvement, is a reminder that success doesn't come overnight. Every small step forward brings you closer to your goal of financial freedom and peace. Wealth and poverty, the mindset for finding balance and happiness. When it comes to wealth and poverty, the question is not how much you possess, but how you manage and respond to what you have. Wealth without self-control and the right mindset can turn you into a slave to money. On the other hand, poverty coupled with a positive outlook and smart strategies can transform circumstances and rebuild a life. For the wealthy, don't let money control you. There's an old saying, money is a good servant but a bad master. Many wealthy individuals, overly focused on accumulating more, lose sight of what truly matters: time with family, health, and even self-worth. Take the example of Howard Hughes, the famous American billionaire. Despite his immense fortune, Hughes lived his later years in isolation, obsessed with money and power, to the point that his mental health deteriorated. While money can provide comfort, it cannot buy genuine happiness. Striking a balance means recognizing that wealth is merely a tool, not life's ultimate goal. Take time to enjoy the simpler things, like a morning cup of tea, a walk with loved ones, or acts of kindness toward others. This approach enables the wealthy to stay grounded and resist the allure of unchecked materialism. For the poor, own your circumstances and rebuild. For those struggling with poverty, the weight of debt and life's pressures can feel insurmountable. However, countless real-life stories show that transformation begins with mindset. Oprah Winfrey, who grew up in poverty, overcame her circumstances by relentlessly learning and working hard. Her positive outlook and ability to appreciate her progress became the foundation for her rise as one of the most influential women in the world. For the poor, understanding enough doesn't mean settling, but avoiding despair over what's lacking. Through saving, gradually paying off debt, and making efficient use of resources, they can improve their lives. For example, a craftsman in India saved modest amounts over a decade to open his own shop. His story is a testament to how careful financial management can lead to significant changes. The value of contentment and balance in life. A balanced mindset isn't just for the rich or the poor, it applies to everyone. Buddhism offers a profound perspective. The wealthy person is not the one who has the most, but the one who needs the least. This philosophy encourages us to cherish the present, minimize unnecessary desires, and seek happiness in inner peace. For instance, a person with a balanced outlook might find joy in reading a book under a tree instead of chasing after material goods. Similarly, a successful entrepreneur may derive fulfillment from philanthropic efforts rather than accumulating wealth endlessly. The consequences of wastefulness and imbalance. Conversely, failing to save and living extravagantly can lead to dire consequences. A family that wins millions in the lottery may spend recklessly and end up bankrupt. Similarly, a financially struggling individual who lives beyond their means by taking on debt will inevitably spiral into financial instability. This behavior affects more than finances. It erodes the essence of living. Wasteful individuals lose appreciation for small blessings and fail to grasp the true meaning of life. Learning to live enough and build sustainability. So, how do we achieve balance between wealth and poverty? Start by changing your mindset. For the wealthy, embrace saving, value the present, and use resources to benefit others. For the poor, set realistic goals, manage finances prudently, and continuously seek opportunities for self-improvement. For example, a successful doctor might find purpose in mentoring medical students, contributing to society while staying grounded. A factory worker could explore vocational training or start a small business to enhance their family's economic prospects. Conclusion: life is a journey, and wealth or poverty is just one part of the story. What truly matters is how you navigate your circumstances. The right mindset, regardless of where you stand, will help you find genuine happiness and peace. Live enough, live fully, and seek value within yourself rather than chasing material possessions. This is the key to true wealth, not only in financial terms but also in spirit and soul. True wealth, beyond possessions, towards a peaceful heart. Wealth is a goal that most people strive for, yet few truly understand that it encompasses more than money or material possessions. In Buddhist philosophy, wealth extends beyond financial assets to include intellectual, emotional, and moral abundance. From this perspective, the journey toward wealth becomes more holistic, guiding us to a balance between financial security, spiritual well-being, and ethical living savings, a journey of cause and effect. In Buddhist teachings, saving is not merely a way to safeguard assets, but a virtuous act of planting wholesome seeds. By saving, we learn to relinquish endless desires and cultivate self-restraint. As the Buddha taught, what is sufficient, let it be sufficient. What is enough, let it be enough. Do not let desires take hold of your soul. Consider this real-life scenario. One person works hard their entire life but spends recklessly, ending up in poverty during old age. Another person, earning a modest income but diligently saving and knowing contentment, lives a secure and peaceful life. From the Buddhist perspective, saving is not just about protecting wealth, but also about shielding the mind from restlessness and anxiety caused by lack. Beyond money, we should save time and energy. Wasting time forfeits opportunities to cultivate ourselves and do good deeds. Saving time aligns with the principle of few desires, contentment, focusing on what truly matters without letting the mind be scattered by trivial distractions, investing in good deeds, the limitless wealth. In Buddhist scriptures, giving, dana, is a unique form of investment. Helping others not only shares resources, but also sows seeds of goodness. True wealth lies in balancing self-enrichment and societal contribution. Take Bill Gates, one of the world's richest individuals, as an example. He has dedicated much of his fortune to philanthropy through the Gates Foundation. Gates famously remarked, "True success is not in how much money you earn, but in how you use it to make the world better." From a Buddhist perspective, this is an act of giving that generates positive karma and expands blessings. Charity doesn't have to involve grand gestures. A smile, a meal for the needy, or a heartfelt piece of advice can be small investments in kindness that enrich your spirit. Patience, the path of the Bodhisattva. Patience is essential for any journey to wealth. In Buddhism, patience isn't just waiting, it's enduring hardships without letting them disturb inner peace. The Buddha taught, patience is the highest virtue, a hallmark of wisdom. Look at Oprah Winfrey's story. She faced poverty, racism, and abuse, but persevered to become one of the most influential women in the world. From the Buddhist lens, patience enables us to weather storms, persist in sowing good seeds, and ultimately harvest sweet fruits.